So in this clip, we're going to go through the 4 procedures of Krav Maga: stop the threat, apply immediate aggressive combatives, disarm, disengage, or RCCD, redirect, control, counter-react, disarm, disengage. Also, the principles of Krav Maga: avoidance, compliance, improvised weapons, long-range weapons, short-range weapons, and catastrophic paralysis. Within the scenarios, we're going to go through a basic mugging threat at cash point machines, and if the aggressor decides to attack after either taking the money or not. So, common sense, we're at a cash machine, we're taking the money out, bam, 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 we're turning around, and you hear some wanker stand behind you, give us your fucking money. So now, the procedures of Krav Maga: avoidance. We can't avoid the situation because we're right in the fucking thick of it. So now we go to the second procedure of Krav Maga: compliance. So we give him the money and hoping he's going to fuck off. If he fucks off, what do we know about him? His height, his speech, his clothing, does he smell of certain things, petrol, alcohol abuse, etc., etc., etc. Also, we know the direction that he's going to go. So the question I have for you, or questions I have for you is now, what do we do now as a victim? Chase after him and kick the fuck out of him, get your money back? No. Report the incident to the police, hoping you get a crime reference number, and maybe the bank will give you your money back. That's the most sensible thing. Or do nothing and get your money and just leave it as that, but that's entirely up to you. So that's avoidance and compliance out the way. So this time, we're at the cash machine, getting our money, bam, 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 turning around, some wanker goes, give us your fucking money. You give him your money, now he thinks, I've got to attack the victim. So now, we've got to do basic Krav Maga. So now he's on the floor, bam, 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 bam. Do we fill him, carry on filling him? Carry on filling him in, stand on his ankles to stop him for chasing us or running away. Put your fingers in his eyes or poke him in the eyes, fucking bite his face off, or what do you do? Of course you can't. It's against the law. Criminal Law Act 1967, Section 3.1, reasonable force. 2 elements make up reasonable force: necessary and proportionate. Is it necessary to kick the fuck out of him when he's on the ground? No. Is it proportionate? No. Don't do it. Not only that, it's also against Human Rights Article 1, the right to life, and Human Rights Article 3, prohibition of torture. Simply don't do what you don't need to do. So this time, we're at a cash machine, we're turning around, bam, 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 bam. He takes your money, you give him your money, X, Y, Z, so you gave him your money, now he attacks you again, bam. So now he's on the ground, bam, 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 bam. We've disarmed, disengaged, down to the ground he goes, and we run away. So the questions I have for you on this scenario: now we've run away, do we run away? Do we phone the police? Do we pick the knife up and run and phone the police? Or do we move the weapon to a side, put your back against the wall and phone the police? So let's just say the police come. He's still on the ground, breathing like a bitch. Remember, you still can't kick the fucking shit out of him. So the police come, they ask you what's happened. You say, I was involved in the situation with a knife, these guys on the ground, hoping that you don't go to the police station at that time for the interview. Sometime later, the police may go to your house to phone for an interview, or they'll ask you to get your ass down to the police station for an interview. So you get down the fucking police station, for argument's sake. They ask you what the fuck's going on. You say, what? You have the legal right to remain silent until you've spoken to your legal team. This goes for a victim and for an aggressor, or criminal, I should say. If you don't speak to your legal team first, even though that you've done the 4 procedures of Krav Maga and the principles of Krav Maga, within the guidance of the law, you've still got to be careful what you say. So now we've looked at the first scenario: you gave your money to the aggressor, he's fucked off. The second scenario we've looked at, we've gave him the money and he's gone to attack, we've defended. The third scenario, we've done exactly the same, but we've also included what we do after the incident. So let's just say for the fourth scenario, we're at a cash machine, blam, 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 blam. We turn around, putting the money in our pocket, XYZ. Some little wanker steps out, give us your fucking money. As soon as he goes to move, bam, and away we go. Aggressive breakaway drills. So this time, we stepped, blocked, punched at the same time, maybe, or some other combatives, and fucked off. So the fourth scenario is simple. Don't let the aggressor get comfortable. When we're comfortable, he's thinking now, and he's watching and he's looking. As soon as he goes to move, we move, block and defend and attack and fuck off at the same time. So now, we've looked at the 4 procedures of Krav Maga, several procedures or principles of Krav Maga. Avoidance, as I said, we can't run, we can't do fuck all because we're in the thick of the shit. The second one, compliance, does it work? Possibly, possibly not, depending on the mindset of the aggressor. Third procedure of Krav Maga, improvised weapons. What do we mean by that? If there's a dustbin in between us, a car or something, maybe run, but we can't, as I said, we're in the thick of it, he's too close for us to run. Long range weapons, linear strikes, kicks, punches, XYZ. Short range strikes, or weapons I should say, hook punch, uppercuts, headbutts, biting maybe, poking in the face, knee strikes, and takedowns. And the last procedure of Krav Maga, catastrophic paralysis. Catastrophic paralysis is death, where you've just been fucking turned into pink mister because you've just been fucking killed.